Hello, this is Marshallie and welcome to my garden diary. So I mentioned this bloom or this flowers or this plant in the last video, and I did not know the name of it, although it has been in the garden for quite a while. So I decided to do some research and I found out that the name of this plant is called autumn crocus, and it's used, or it has medicinal properties, but it's also quite poisonous. So yeah, I have these. They look actually quite attractive and nice in the garden at this time of the year, but in spring they are just quite green and they don't look that good, and I have been wondering if I should just take them up, but I don't know. I think I'll just leave them. So yeah, so it's the end of September and the garden has passed its prime, but there are some blooms that are still going on, like the phlox are still doing well, roses are doing well, echinacea are in old age right now. But yeah, that's the nature of gardens. It's quite cool today. Not a lot of sun. I have stopped cutting back the roses, so I'm just pretty much leaving things right now. Although I could, if I feel like, I'll cut back some of those roses that have died back, but I'm not as vigilant as I was in spring and summer, because now it's quite cool and it's, yeah, the plants are at the end of their energy right now, except for like that sedum there. Those bloom at this time of the year, so they're in their prime, but pretty much everything else are starting to die back a bit. So let's just go over to the middle here. Haven't really looked at this part of the garden because it's quite new. We just started it this year. So what I'm going to do, oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it's just sitting there. So let's see how close up I can go without it flying away. I really like that. Look at that. So yeah, even though it's getting cool and not a lot of sun, there are nice surprises in the garden, like that right there. So what I plan to do in this video, I am going to, this is a bed in the middle, a flower bed in the middle of the lawn, and it's doing okay and it looks okay, but I want to make it look more presentable and more attractive. So I'm going to create an edging like I did in one of my other videos with in the other video with the edible garden, so that the edging is more defined here. So there's no defined edging in this at this part of it. Oh, this echinacea is doing pretty good. Still looks like it's just spring for this one, or early summer. So yeah, so I'm going to just come around the whole thing and create a nice edging. That right there is an olive tree. I think this plant is an annual that my husband bought this year, but it has bloomed the whole time since, I think it was late spring he put it in there. And I don't know what the name is, but it has been doing really well. Lots of flowers, lots of blooms. So and then I'm going to come around here, and then I don't know what that is either, and just complete the border right here. And then after that, I am also going to plant some tulips and some other bulbs for spring in this area as well. So I'll do that and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I am finally finished with the bed that is in the middle of the lawn. Let me back up a little bit. So that's what it looks like when it's with the border. It took me a while to do this, but I am quite pleased with how it looks. And I'll just go around it. It's a bit wonky, it's not straight, but I'm happy. In comparison to what it looked like before, I am pretty happy with what I got done here. And look, our butterfly is there again. And yeah, and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to plant some bulbs that will come up in spring. And I have started the holes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5 holes already. So I have 13 bulbs, 3 different types. So I have hyacinth, and this is a mix of different colors. I'm not sure what color is there because there are only 3 bulbs in there, and I see quite a bit of flowers. I mean, quite a different colors. I already have purple hyacinth in the other part of the garden, and I think pink, but more purple than pink. And then I have some narcissus. What is that in English again? I think, is that the English name? But yeah. So I have these, and they are different, and I have a lot in the garden, at the other part of the garden, but I decided there's some variety in this mix that I don't have. I'll just see which bulb, especially that one there, I don't have in the garden. And so I hope that from the 10 bulbs, at least 3 bulbs will be like that one. And then from those, from one bulb, the next year, it will just increase. So yeah, and then I have some tulips, and these will look nice. So I'm going to plant those. I have also tulips in the other part of the garden, but different types. So these will look quite nice here in this area next year. So I'm going to plant this side. I think that 23 bulbs. I'm going to plant them that far apart. So one bulb will go in each hole, and then I won't dig them up after they have bloomed next year. I'll just leave them. But the third year that they're there, look at that. I think the butterfly thought that was a real flower. The third year that they're there, one bulb will multiply into at least 6. Okay, let's be minimum, at least 3. From one bulb in 2 years, there will be about 3 at least, and then I can just continue increasing the amount of bulbs that I have. I might buy some more bulbs, but I don't think I will because I have so many bulbs in the other part of the garden, and I just bought these because the other bulbs I can't dig up now because I don't know where they are in the garden. So this is like a new start for here. So I'll just plant all of those along here. And so this side of the garden in spring will have tulips, narcissus, and hyacinth. So yes, that's going to be it for this video. I hope that wherever you are, you're enjoying your garden. And at this time of the year, it is totally okay to plant your bulbs for next spring. And yeah, I look forward to showing you these in spring next year. Okay, bye.